Hello and thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about quadratic equations in Vertex, factored, and standard form. So first we have to know what the format is for each form. And if you look at this chart right here, it gives us the format and how each type of question is and where the numbers go. And so usually we want things to be in vertex form because it gives us all the information. The A value gives us the vertical or horizontal compression. The H and the K values give us the different types of translations. We're also given the vertex, where those types of information aren't given in standard or factored form. So we can't do things like, for example, graph the parabola. So we have to know how to convert from each type of different form or different equation. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the vertex when given standard form, or we're going to convert from standard to vertex form. And this can be done in 2 steps. So first thing we're going to do to find the x value of the vertex is we're going to do negative b over 2a. And then whatever number we get, we're going to take that number and substitute it into the original equation. So that's what we're going to do right here. So the b value is negative 18, and the a value is the 1 in front of the x squared. Now 2 negatives become a positive, so this becomes 18 over 2, and then the x value becomes 9. Then we're going to substitute 9 into the original equation. Just going to write that out here. So now wherever we see a 9, wherever we see an x, we're going to put a 9 into the equation. And then 9 squared is 81, negative 18 times 9 is negative 162, then minus 27. And then all of this combined is negative 108. So the vertex of this parabola is 9, negative 108. Now if we wanted to write this in vertex form with all the information, well, there's no a value in the original problem. There's no coefficient to this x squared. So we're going to write y equals bracket x minus, because there is a negative sign in the format of the problem, or of the equation. So our x value was a 9, so we're going to do x minus 9. And hypothetically, if the x value we got was negative 9, when putting it into standard form, we'd write x plus 9. So whatever we get, we do the opposite sign when writing it into the equation, because of, again, there is this negative in the format. So y equals bracket x minus 9 bracket minus 108, which is what we got here for the y value. So everything that is outside of the bracket stays true to its sign. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the vertex when it's in factored form. Now what the factored form tells us is the x-intercepts. So we know that the x-intercepts are negative 1 and positive 5, because again, there is that negative in factored form as well. Again, there are 2 steps. We're going to find the x-vertex by doing r plus s divided by 2, and then we're going to substitute that into the original equation. Four divided by 2 is 2. And then we're going to rewrite the original problem. Now this becomes 3, and this becomes negative 3, and 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. So now the vertex is 2, negative 9. So that is how you find the vertex when you are given a problem in factored form. Next, we're going to be talking about the properties of the base function of the parabola. So the original equation is y equals x squared, and we're going to find the vertex, identify the step pattern, the axis of symmetry, and the max or the min value, depending on how the parabola turns out to be. So we're going to start off by finding the vertex, and we can do this in two ways, by using the step pattern or by using a table of values. I'm going to do both. First thing we're going to do is a table of values. And we're going to use the typical -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. And then we're going to substitute these numbers into the equation whenever we see x. So y equals -2 squared is 4, y equals -1 squared is 1, y equals 0 squared is 0, and y equals 1 squared is 1, y equals 2 squared is 4. Now we're going to plot these points on our graph. So the different points are -2, 4, -1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 4. So that is 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, -1, 1, and -2, 4. Then we're going to connect the points and draw arrows on the end to show that the lines go on for infinite. Now, as we can see, the vertex, or the pointy part of the parabola, is a 0, 0. The axis of symmetry is always whatever the x value is of the vertex, which in this case is 0, and the max or min value is always the y value of the vertex. But first we have to identify whether or not it is a max or a min parabola, whether the direction of opening is up or down. Now, when the direction of opening of the parabola is down, that means it is a max parabola, because the vertex is the highest point, or the maximum point. Whereas if it was a min parabola, the direction of opening would be up, and the vertex would be the lowest point, or the minimum point. So in this case, it is a min parabola, and it has a value of y equals 0. Now, when we have a transformed equation, we can tell what the different transformations are from the original by identify what changes are made to the a, h, and k values. So if the coefficient in front of the x squared is the a value, and if it is a number greater than 1, that means there is a vertical stretch by that factor. And then if there is a number between 0 and 1, so 0.5, 0.25, 0.75, then that would be a vertical compression. And if it is a negative, then it is a reflection on the x-axis. An example of this could be y equals -3 x squared. For example, the a value would be -1 right here in front of the 3, and so this would be a reflection on the x-axis because the a value is negative, and it would be a vertical stretch by a factor of 3. Now, whenever our h value is any number, that means it has been horizontally shifted or horizontally translated. So if we have a question that is like y equals x squared -2, again, we always have to go we have to go according to the number that's in the equation. So this would mean that this parabola has shifted 2 times to the left. And then the vertical translation, it means it goes k units up or down. So if we have y equals x plus 2 squared, this parabola has gone down by 2 values. It has translated vertically down by a factor of 2 because, again, of that negative that exists in the brackets. All right. Thank you for coming to my video. Please be sure to subscribe to become better at more problems like these, and thank you for watching.